Hi folks, 80 here. Going to be sharing you guys part 2 of the train controller program. Showing you guys how I use train controller and how I got to the stage I am now. In part 2, in this one here, I'm going to show you guys how to hook up to the NCE Power Pro, and I'm going to put in switch controls for the 2 turnouts, and I'm going to put in 4 blocks. Hi folks, sorry, I've got to use the camera onto the computer to show you guys how I do my connections, since my OBS is playing up and it's only showing half of the screen features. So what I'm going to do in this section, I'm going to show you guys how to set up the system into the train controller. I'm going to do the turnouts and the blocks using the NC components. Okay, so we're in edit mode, as you can see here. We're in edit mode at the moment. So now what we're going to do is we're going to click on railroads, and we're going to go to set up digital system, and as you see here, I'm already set up with NCE Power Pro, and of course I'm going through COM3. Now if you want to add a different system, you just click down on add. At the moment I've got serial port offline, but for this tutorial I'm going to go online, connected up to serial port 3. Here's all your different setups. For NCE we'll go, where's NCE? There's NCE here. It brings up your 3 different systems from the NCE. Okay, so we pick we'd pick up, in my case it'll be Power Pro, so I'll click on that, go OK, and it'll set me up to train controller to my NCE program, no controller. So that's all ready to go. I'll click OK. And in the background you can hear my trains, they all start up. That means everything is sweet, everything is running. So what we're going to do here, we're going to program the turnouts. So while we are in edit mode here, we're going to double click on the turnout, and your property windows opens up like so. We got the digital system. We're going to select our digital system, which is NC Power Pro. As such, now the address for this one is address 9. Then we can do the check, see if the turnout's working. Now you can actually change the normal state of your track by simply clicking this icon here. That goes to on your schematics or how your track plan actually sits. Conditions, this is more advanced, we're down the track. We won't worry about that now. General, here, I'll just use a name here is Turnout 9. That's ready to go. So click OK. That's that one. We'll do the same with this one here. Double click. Or alternatively, what you could do is click on the turnout, right click, menu pops up like this, and we'll go properties, and you get a program menu up again like this. At the moment it's got digital system without connection, but I want to connect it to the system, so I'm going to go select my digital system, which is NC Power Pro. Hit that. Address is 14, so I'm going to leave that one alone. Do your test, and that's all you need to do to get yourself up and going. Program the turnout, the address to the turnout. So that's all operational now. When you're finished, you go into get out of edit mode, and there's a schematic. So when you click your turnout, like so, it will work. Now, okay, so now what we'll do is we need to have the blocks indicator to work. To program the address into it, or to have it working, it will be simple as putting the mouse over the block. Let's go block number 1. Double click on that. We'll have our diagram that opens up like so. Let me just zoom in. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is you want to put in your contact. So at the moment it doesn't matter what block detection you're using, whether it's current or optical sensors. Still works the same principle. Now I'm using a current detector, the BD20, which is going into AIU01. So for me to put the address, all I've got to do is go up onto this icon here, which is the contact, new contact indicator. Click on that, and default color for all the block to be occupied is pink. Now to do the properties, I can click on this icon here, or simple double click on the track, and it opens up to this window. In general, you can still type in the name there. We won't worry about that at this point in time. You're just going to use the default name of block 1. Go into connection. Okay, this is where we choose our system. So select the digital system. Mine is NC Power Pro. Select that. Okay, now I need to put the address. Now, this is the address of your AIUO1. So for mine, it is number 50. Now for this block, it is going to be, as you've got the ports on your AIUO1s where your wiring goes into. For this one, on number 50, it goes to port 14. Now you'll see the little red light come on. That is indicating that there's a train on the track. If I take the engine off, it goes off. Put it on, it comes up as red, and you see in the diagram it's corresponds in the same way. Don't worry about the operations and memories at this point in time. If you do want to get more advanced, a lot quicker, go and see the tips that Rudy has on his channel, on his tutorial, with setting up the operations and memory. So click OK, that one's done. I'll go to connections. I've got the short address. I'm not going to have to worry about that because it's going to be working. General, again, here is your name. Now here is where I can actually adjust this is where you can adjust your speed. With my setup, it's in a metric system. To make it easier for later on down the track, simply just use your metric system in measuring your block length. That'd be somewhere down in the next segment when we're working with braking. So my maximum speed is going to be 40 kilometers an hour, which is approximately 25 miles an hour. And reference speed is 20, which is roughly about 10-15 mile an hour. Okay, don't need to change that, so that's right. Click OK, that block's finished to go. Number 2, show you how quick and easy it is. Block number 2, I just want to go to block indicator. Select. I'm going to go into properties this time. Opens up the window. I'm going to go power flow. Connection is 50. Import is 13. Sorry, 12. You see how the light comes up on the bottom there. I've got the engine on the track, so let's. I've got my little 70 class. There's the engine. It's easy to take on and off the track. Just take one wheel off. Yep, it's working. So that's right to go. I'll just check the speed restrictions later. In general, 120 kilometers an hour. I want to reduce that down to, let's just say 30 because it's going in the shed. And maximum speed, I'm going to do 15 kilometers an hour. So click on OK. That's that one done. Block 3. Maximum speed on that one. Let's put that one there, can go a little bit quicker. I'm going to put 50. And restricted speed of 40 kilometers an hour. That's fine. Block again. add a new connection. Double click on that. It's got no connection, but I'm going to connect it onto Power Pro. Done. Address is 50. Now this runs position 13. Now let's put the engine on that block. There you see it's working. So I just click OK. So that's all done. We won't worry about these bottom markers at the moment. They are for where that's more advanced for where the train needs to stop on the block, and where it batch on the block it needs to start slowing down to come to a stop. So these are your basic features in the silver. The gold's got an extra option here as well, and also in the gold version it actually in this section here you can edit it where the track's going to be a one-way route. Say it's only going to be having trains going left or trains going right. But there is a way around it. I will show that in the next video. So we're going to click OK. And that's all the blocks done. I've already done block number 4. Let's do a quick run on the trains. We'll get out of edit mode. I'm going to use it hand throttle, and you'll be able to see the blocks indicating as the train hits it. So it's hit that, hit the block number 1. Now we're going to take it into the shed. Now it's in the shed, get it right down the far end. As you see, the tracks are indicated when it's occupied. So that's your basic program for your turnouts and your blocks. So in the next one I'm going to show you guys how I actually do the automation and how I turn these 2 blocks into one-way tracking.